Coming up on World's Greenest Homes, a spectacular home with its very own wildlife habitat. Then off to Melbourne, Australia to check out the ultimate in country living. And in Texas, a candy-colored house leaves me speechless. Wow, that's all I can say. Join us as we visit the world's greenest and most extraordinary homes on the planet. I'm heading to one of the most beautiful places in the world, Northern California. Sonoma County is known for being an agricultural hotspot. Its chief export, California wine. But this area has attracted another type of connoisseur, eco-minded pioneers determined to live in harmony with the environment. Real estate people love to say location, location, location. And nowhere is that more true than right here in Sonoma, California, where principles of green design are being tailored to locations that will simply take your breath away. Surrounded by gardens and a spectacular view of the valley, this home is an eco-marvel. Resting on 5 acres of land, this 2,700 square foot dwelling sports 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. It is made using traditional rammed earth and is almost entirely self-sufficient. Close to 100 solar panels meet most of the home's electrical needs. A smart house automation system efficiently runs thermostats, lighting, and irrigation. It was built in 2004 following the Permaculture eco-design strategy, which encourages complete integration of the dweller with the environment. If you have a dream to be one with nature, Karen Bonus and Mark Feichner's Permaculture home may be right for you.
Our house is totally designed so that the inside and the outside become almost one, and that we're able to feel that we're outside even though we're sitting in here.
This property's design has been certified a backyard wildlife habitat by the National Wildlife Federation.
And what that means is we have installed plants that support the critters around us. So we have plants that provide a place for birds to build nests, for animals to raise their young, to hide from predators.
Karen and Mark have even provided a full buffet for the surrounding wildlife.
We have seed, nuts, berries, and we also have a water source so that the animals can drink.
Time to move the tour inside and see how well this habitat suits its human residents. Wow, I mean, it's stunning. Getting to the permaculture way of life that you guys are living, how did you get there?
We found these great books and we started reading them, and then the whole thing just blossomed.
The final result includes luxurious built-in furniture, a Rumsfeld-style fireplace, and softly curved, textured walls.
Well, this wall is called Pise. We just think it's a gorgeous, natural surface.
Pise, or rammed earth construction, uses compressed earth, which has been made more stable by combining it with gravel, clay, or concrete. The walls collect heat during the day and release it at night.
We have a lot of curves that are natural, that blend with the curves of the landscape. And so we feel that this creates a warm, cozy place to sit and visit with our friends.
The curve motif was carried through to the exterior, giving the home its distinctive style. The house was situated to make best use of the sun's energy throughout the year.
This is my favorite room, and the reason is because of this beautiful view. We've got Sonoma Mountain in the background.
Mark, I love the look and feel of concrete floors, but why is it such a good green building material to use?
Well, in the case of a house, you have to put a slab in anyway, and this way we don't have to add new materials or other materials on top. So all we did is stain it and dye it with an acid wash, and we came up with this beautiful color.
Concrete floors help contribute to the home's energy efficiency and are friendly to indoor air quality by not releasing the toxins or fumes often discharged by other types of flooring. And when I feel it, it doesn't feel cold.
Well, we have radiant floor tubing all through the house, and that's what keeps us warm through the winter.
But warm or cool, concrete can be hard on the legs, so the couple chose a very different type of flooring for the kitchen. Mark, I love the cork floor. It's such a contrast from the concrete.
The cork comes from trees that are a renewable resource, so the bark peels off when they're mature, and it doesn't hurt the tree as long as they do it over a period of time, and it's just beautiful. These cabinets are formaldehyde free, And that's a really important factor because we didn't want any toxic products in the house. You could probably eat the stain that went on those cabinets. That probably wouldn't taste good, but you can eat it. It's all materials that are non-toxic.
Another aspect of permaculture design is to avoid waste at all costs. A discarded granite slab was reclaimed to create Karen and Mark's beautiful new breakfast table. Leftover French tiles from another project were used to create the backsplash. But Karen's favorite find is in the bathroom.
Yes, it's recycled marble. And believe it or not, there are these factories you can go to where you can buy these huge remnants of marble and granite. And you can buy them at a reduced cost. You can keep them out of the waste stream, and they'll customize them for you to fit your home.
This shower is massive. I've never been anything so big. Where are you guys getting your water from?
Well, we collect rainwater off of our roof, and it goes into a cistern underneath our garage, and that water's filtered, and we have low-flow shower heads as well, so we conserve that water.
Is there anything that you would do differently if you could?
Yes, and we're standing right by it. This is a Japanese-style tub, and I find that it uses a bit too much water, and it doesn't have the same cozy, warm feel.
Like the rest of the house, the master bedroom sports many eco-design features. Luxurious radiant floor heating, the headboard made from recycled materials, and large picture windows that let in the sun's warmth. Tell me what it's like just to wake up and see that every day.
Well, it's inspiring. It's a beautiful segment of Sonoma Mountain. I just love it.
Bringing the outside in, exactly what permaculture is all about. Inspired by a book, Karen and Mark's dream home has become a thriving ecosystem. I don't know what impressed me more about this house. It's green permacultural design, or a backyard so sustainable it's got the National Wildlife Federation stamp of approval. Either way, this house has a huge visual impact with no environmental fallout. Melbourne, Australia is shaped by a dynamic population defined by a fierce respect for the environment. Just a short hour from this bustling metropolis is Mornington Peninsula, a sunny, picturesque land of even temperatures and fertile soil that is home to a number of award-winning boutique vineyards and some of the best wines in the world. And it's on one of these vineyards that a talented young local architect designed and built the perfect green home for his equally remarkable parents. We're at Paradigm Hill House, a small family-run 10-acre vineyard. The winery may be on the small scale, but when it comes to being self-sufficient, this 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom family house has no competition. Built in 2006, this 2,500 square foot house is nestled right in the vineyard. Rammed earth construction, double glazed windows, and sustainable plantation lumber are just a few of the home's eco-friendly features. An open concept living and kitchen space overlooks the precious vines. Down the hall is the serene master bedroom and a bathroom that sports the latest in eco-luxury. While the solar-heated infinity pool is designed to balance both body and mind. George and Ruth Mahali decided to abandon big city life and fulfill their dream of becoming winemakers. They found the winery, but needed a home that would reflect their taste and green sensibilities.
I'm glad that these 5 rows, the
their son was a budding architect, eager to build his first home.
From day one, Mum and Dad were keen to look at a green solution to the house.
So what we have here is really the heart in many ways of the house, and that's because this is where we spend most of our time.
We wanted to include a very large expanse of north-facing glass to maximise the exposure to all the views, but then we had to make sure we could control the way the heat and the sunlight comes in through that glass. So we protected the windows via external cantilevered eaves, which enables us to stop most of the summer sun.
By opening up the double glazed glass doors, this room expands way beyond just an indoor living space.
We didn't want this place to be cavernous and uncomfortable. We wanted it to be cozy. It's a family home after all.
And equally important for Ruth was the mix of fine food and fine design. So when it came to planning this state-of-the-art kitchen, there was no question she and Warwick would work together.
I have some background in professional cooking, so I more or less knew what I wanted.
The high-gloss wood countertop is made from recycled timber and customized to be slightly higher than normal to accommodate Ruth's height. And this well-designed kitchen wouldn't be complete without its very own walk-in pantry.
There was one detail of the kitchen that was kept a bit of a secret, and that was the splashback. It was the day after Mum and Dad purchased the property. We'd gone out to dinner. That was the night that Mum and Dad officially gave me the commission. I'd started making some scrawls on the tablecloth. So I kept the tablecloth and scanned it into the computer and then got it sandblasted into the glass.
It became the gift of all gifts, really, from Warwick to us.
So, welcome to the master bedroom. When you wake up here and you're looking out at the most spectacular vista, what more could you ask for?
It's in the master bathroom where Warwick's attention to detail elevates the space into a perfect custom fit for his parents.
For many, many years, dare I say decades, I brought Ruth an espresso to her first thing in the morning when she's having a shower. Warwick has responded to that by creating a very unusual feature in this bathroom, the espresso door. Warwick really did pay the attention to detail and really listened and understood what we were really wanting.
Away from the bedroom and down the hall is the spacious billiards room. The flooring is reclaimed lumber from an old dismantled bridge.
It's the most magnificent material. It's all ironbark. It's so hard that you can't just hammer a nail through it. You have to use a nail gun.
The builders had real troubles affixing all the boards to the floor.
Not to mention, finding the perfect spot for installing a sink.
On the floor over there, we actually have a sink. And the reason for the sink is because that's what we call the boot room access, where we can come in from the vineyard and winery, wash up, and the boots are all stored in shelving underneath the floor.
Not for the faint-hearted when one's drunk playing.
The clear-story window louvers used in this room and around the rest of the home encourage cross-ventilation by allowing the rising hot air to escape. While the average temperature for the area is around 86 degrees Fahrenheit, the home's interior temperature is usually a comfortable 73 degrees.
How about a game?
The solar panels can generate a lot more energy than the home and the winery could possibly need.
Welcome to the Paradigm Hill solar plant. What we have here are 54 panels. One of the things we've chosen to do is to exploit the advantage of having the panels on the ground. By putting them on the ground, the panels operate more efficiently.
The excess energy produced by the panels gets put back into the local power grid and drawn from when needed. This house could not grow into a home without the ideal ingredients of water, sun, and earth.
I'm standing in front of the rammed earth wall outside the front door. Hill House is arranged rammed earth wall spines. No matter what part of the house you're in, you feel like you're part of the land, so it's perfect for rural property.
And that feeling doesn't stop there.
This is my very, very special place down here for very good reasons, as I think you can see. Warwick has created here the absolute ideal and perfect environment.
Although 13 feet underground, the wine cellar is not deep enough to be cooled naturally. In the end, they had to install air conditioning, which runs on the power provided by the solar array.
It's a perfect place to come with a group of winemakers, and even if it gets raucous, no one can hear us. So with that, I can just say cheers.
How old was I when I first got the commission?
Just over 19.
I was a teenager, that's right, 19 and 5 months old, and didn't know anything really back then.
I think it's a permanent reminder of Warwick's talent and his gift to us.
It's like permanently living in a 6-star resort, so you can understand why you don't want to leave this place. It's fun to live here. It works.
Next, we're going to a place traditionally known for its big hats, barbecue, and big oil.
This is Texas, the heartland of football. But here in Austin, forget the stereotypes. This is fast becoming one of the greenest big cities in America.
Situated on the Colorado River, Austin, Texas is the state's 4th largest city and one of the top places to live in the U.S. From the outside, you would think this 2,600 square foot, 2-bedroom funhouse was made of candy. Inside, it's even kookier. A bright banana-colored kitchen, a Las Vegas-style bedroom, Room after room after crazy room. There's even a 40-foot observation tower out back.
Once upon a time, there was a boy named Peter Pan who flew to Neverland so he'd never have to grow up. In James Talbot and Kay Pill's green home, they've whimsically named Castle Neverlandia. There's no Peter Pan, but there's enchantment everywhere.
Being a card-carrying hippie, a flaming hippie, when I went to architecture school, I developed a big interest in children's playscapes.
Talbot bought the property 30 years ago, and with the spirit of the times, transformed it into the energy-efficient, 3-story chalet he's always dreamed of having. It was built with materials salvaged from brick and steel yards, all-natural heating, 30 photovoltaic panels, and a rainwater collection system. And of course, his own unique design touches.
I'm assuming this is the doorbell. If entrance depends on my musical talent, I think I'm in trouble. Kay Talbot, am I supposed to be talking into here?
Actually, you're supposed to be singing.
Singing? Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. How about that?
Come in quick.
Wow, that's all I can say. The reflection of light is just stunning.
This is the earth altar. I use symbols from the tarot deck and various other places to remind myself of the earth.
This earth altar is more than just mirrors and glass.
One aspect that most people don't realize is that some of my father's ashes are built into the mortar.
What was that?
Some of my father's ashes are built into the mortar. All through the brickwork and the grout, I sprinkled my father's ashes.
This takes recycling to a whole new level. Here's looking at you, Dad.
This is the fire altar.
You mean the fireplace?
We built a Rumford-style fireplace, which is very narrow and tall and throws the heat out into the room more. And then a mirror that reflects the firelight out into the room.
As it turns out, the fire altar is also the home's only source of heat, which means no heating bills. And Talbot has devised another ingenious way to save money and the environment.
Talbot made a drain pit down here.
The drain pit allows them to wash away the ashes to the garden. Wood ash is a good source of potassium, so it's great for plants. To say the kitchen is sunny and bright is an understatement.
Who picked this color?
He did.
Oh, you're both pointing fingers. I love it.
Having settled on theme, Talbot didn't rest until he tracked down a vintage yellow sink. The kitchen is generally the most energy-consuming spot in the house, but not this one.
We don't have a dishwasher. We wash our own dishes.
That's the smallest stove you're going to be able to find.
We never have pilot lights lit. We just light the stove as we need it.
And their fridge is energy efficient. All these seemingly small features add up to real eco-friendly savings. And Talbot added one more artistic flair.
I had the brick, and I made all these tiles, one by one. And then I had some black glazed brick that I included, and some glass block so that you could see inside.
What is the inspiration for this room?
Well, actually, the whole room started off of a piece of Guatemalan fabric.
Many of the materials used in the home were salvaged from demolition sites.
These are all used windows. They're casement windows that we hauled up here with block and tackle.
I haven't experienced a Texas summer. I can only imagine how hot it is, especially up on the 3rd floor. How do you survive without air conditioning?
It's pretty hot here during August, but with the windows all open, and sometimes we just wet down a towel with a fan on it, and that's our air conditioner.
It sounds like the room.
However,
Sure, I'm taking you into
Kay has a confession to make.
room. This is what Talbot calls my sin room.
And why does he call it the sin room?
Well, because I've actually got an air conditioner in here. I just sit in here during the summertime and watch television and knit and drink a glass of wine, and I get cool. I'll close the doors and I hear a little scratching at the door when it's really hot, and I'll say, no, you didn't want air conditioning. You stay outside.
That's fine with Talbot, who has a room of his own.
What do you call this room?
House of Pong.
It may be a room for just fun and games, but even here, Kay and Talbot were serious about going green.
I love the bamboo.
Well, we harvested the bamboo ourselves, and someone was getting rid of it, and we put reed fencing over painted sheetrock.
Both bamboo and reed fencing are sustainable alternatives to wood. Bamboo is the fastest growing woody plant in the world, taking only 5 to 7 years to reach maturity. This makes bamboo more appealing than hardwood to eco-friendly consumers. But hey, now it's time to play.
Hey,
Yes.
it's zing pong time.
The talk tube is another one of Talbot's
always zing pong
offbeat creations.
Well, come on up.
All right. Whoa! Oh, thank you, Steve.
We're all just running around here.
A friend joins in, and we have a great game.
I think we should be drinking if we're playing this game.
Talbot has been saving the home's best creation for last. A 40-foot tower that overlooks the entire city.
Not bad, huh?
This is one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
I wanted to build this tower ever since I moved into the house. I knew I was going to do it, and it was just a matter of figuring it out. And I put it off, and finally somebody dared me on a Saturday night to get it done immediately. And 60 hours later, I spent the night on this tower.
I love the fact that you're running your solar here. How much power are you running off this for your house?
It cut our usage down about a half.
And the sunlight is not the only natural element being harnessed.
We have a rainwater catchment system for the garden made out of 55-gallon barrels.
They also recycle their gray water, the water first used for dishwashing, laundry, and bathing. This means their garden will never suffer from those cruel Texas droughts.
Peter Pan, Las Vegas, colors of the Easter Bunny. I would never imagine so many influences could blend into one magical, eco-friendly home. But Casa Neverlandia proves that just like Tinkerbell, when it comes to going green, you just have to believe.
So John, you can take the ladders, or you can take the bridge, or I suggest you take the pole. Come on down.
Talbot, that sounded like a dare. Of course I'm gonna do that. What do you think, I'm a wuss? Whoa! That was so cool.